to do a wild camp, and I'm in North Wales. It's been a cracking day all day, it's been really warm, but the mist has just come in and I want to walk up to the summit of Carn Fadryn. It's not a big walk, but hopefully we'll get a really good view. If the sun's going to set over that side, it's one of the best ones in the world, but we've got the mist. Anyway, I'm all loaded up. I've got my drones, I've got a bag of technology kit, all kinds of things, and a massive rucksack full of you name it, even a little bit of beer. So come on, let's go and do a hike on a wild camp. Okay, I'm about 300 metres from the car. This rucksack weighs a ton. We're going up there. There's not a breath of air hardly here. It's beautifully still. As you can see, I'm shorts and t-shirt. I cycled down yesterday, 150-mile bike ride from Manchester to down here. So I've had a nice little 20-mile ride today just to get my legs loosened up, and we'll get up here now, get on the summit and just see what happens. We're going just behind me up there into the mist. Hopefully it'll clear. I need to get up here quickly because I want to do this in the spirit of, if you like, walking on an overnight camp. So I arrive late and I go early. And my main interest today is to capture the sunsets and the sunrises. Well, I've just tied my left boot a bit tighter, then the right boot felt slack for some reason, so let's get it balanced up, keep going. I have got a proper sweat on here, by the way, as well. I bet you've never seen me sweat like this. It must be 8:30, 8:45. It's this rucksack. I've only got so much daylight left. The summit's just there though, about 5 minutes. I can feel my heart going bump, 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 bump here. I get up there, get the sunset hopefully. There's a bit of light on that side, and then see how we can set up camp. Okay, there's the summit. We might have missed the actual sunset, it's probably in the mist, but we've got some great colours. Right, well I think we'll look at setting up camp here. I'm glad that's off my back. And for all you outdoor people, I've got some really good old Carrymore rucksacks here, the Carrymore Cougar 75 and 50 rucksack. I've got a really nice old Mountain Craft Protect TL tent. I've also got, I'll tell you the make of the sleeping bag, a pretty good Carrymore full-size deluxe camping mat. Anyway, enough of that, time to set up camp. Okay, right, let's have a look at this chaos. I've got a little camping lamp. There's my bed, a good Carrymore, it's quite well inflated. That's all my drone stuff, and I've got a little Carrymore inflatable pillow there. Right, I've got a nice little treat here. It's a nice little can of cooled lager, because it's been a hot day and I think I deserve one of them. So cheers. This one's for you, 2 Feet Forward. If you're into the great outdoors, you've probably watched 2 Feet Forward and his adventures. Fantastic channel, brilliant drone shots. I've always fancied having a crack at this, and you've given me a bit of inspiration, so cheers buddy. I've got stars coming out above. I'm in a bit of a surreal twilight moment right now. I feel like I'm on the edge of the world because the mist is all around this summit. It's quite good. It's gone 9 o'clock, 9:30. It's the bank holiday weekend of August, and I've been here in April when you get the mists and the inversions, and it's just fantastic. You don't have to be really high up a mountain to get that effect. This time of year, approaching September, it is part of like the new season for cloud inversions. Just checking in, I'll turn my head torch on. Every time I turn the torch on, the flies start attacking me. It's about 10:30 now. I'm getting some really good dark skies up there, so I'm going to do some stargazing. and I've tried to work this 2-metre handheld, but I've got no success at the moment. I think everybody's probably enjoying a couple of pints in the pub rather than listening to me calling out. Calling CQ 2 metres, this is 2W0 Juliet Hotel Papa, calling CQ and standing by for any contacts. I'm on the summit of Carn Fadryn, North Wales. Right, I think it's time for a bit of supper. The moth's out of the way. That's all locked in place. I'm going to get some, I'm going to do some chicken flavour rice. Now I have cheated a little bit because I've already got a flask of hot water here, so it'll help with getting that up to temperature quicker. That should do it. I know a lot of people tend to buy the bags where you pour your hot water into the bag and then you can eat it out, but you know, I fancy this. I'm going to put it in there and let that do its business. To be honest, I've had a big fat pizza before I came out, but there's nothing wrong in having a little bit of supper and some savoury rice like you would do if you've been out with your mates for a couple of pints and you fancied a curry at the end of the night or something like that. But when you're 1300 foot up not quite a mountain but an exposed peak in North Wales on the Clyn Peninsula on a Saturday night at 11 o'clock, this is a cuisine meal. So that can now just get itself up to temperature, and I'll devour that later. Well, I've got the Milky Way right overhead. It's just beautiful to see. This camera will not show it. And I've got my supper there, proper boiling now. I can smell that, it smells really nice. Let's see how this is doing, because it's smelling pretty good to me now. That's hot. Look at that. Yeah, that's as good as done, that. I'll give it a few minutes longer just to get that water steamed in, and then that's my supper. Right, well. That's good scram. I mean, I'm not starving, I'm just a bit peckish. And that does wonders for your soul. It really does. And the good thing is right now, I mean, I know I've got my coat on just to keep a bit warm, but it's not cold at all. It's perfect. There's hardly any air moving. It's about 11 o'clock at night, and after this I might have a little drink of whiskey with some coffee, and then look at the stars. Catch you later. Okay, right, it's time for a brew. It's a special brew. It's Saturday night. I get rid of all my hot water there, and that will be a nice coffee, but we're going to add something to it. We get a nice little cap full of that. To be honest, I put a lot more in before you were looking. Okay, that is bubbling away nicely. In fact, too nicely. I thought I'd give one of these cups a go. like a little, you've probably seen them all before, but it's one of them kind of cups. It all pops out, that turns down, nice little handle. So I can now have, I think something's gone wrong with the milk in the whiskey, but I'd not bothered. Probably put too much milk in, to be honest. It's always a trouble when you're mixing it like that. Right, it tastes warm. It tastes like it should do. Okay, cheers. I've either put too much milk in, too much coffee, but there's something, I'm not quite sure. Well, it's approaching midnight. I've got a little bit of you know what there, just keeping my spirits high. It's beautifully dark up there. I can see satellites coming by, a couple of shooting stars. Don't know, I'm finding this just very uplifting. I'm finding it something else. I mean, I've been camping all my life as a kid. My dad took me camping years ago and all that, but just to do this is different. You know, I'm high up, remote, I'm isolated, but it's fantastic. Okay, well, it's gone midnight, I think. There's my tent over there, and it's great, this. Loving it. There's my cooker, nicely sheltered. Oh, look at that mouse there, see that mouse? You know what he's after, don't you? See him under there? He's after any of my food, aren't you, pal? Hey, I can see you. Hey? In fact, hey, look at that there, the mouse has just located to me there. I never knew it, a geocache. There's a geocache box underneath there with a pen. I'll have a look at that tomorrow. Now, I never knew that was there. Okay, that's me signing out. I've had a great time looking at the night sky. It's been amazing. There's my tent, all lit up like a police beacon on top of this hill. So let's get back down there and get tucked in for the night. Okay, well, that's me done for the night. As you can see, the tent, it is not moving, there's just no air. It's a beautiful night, and I'll see you in the morning. Good night. Well, good morning. That was a good night's sleep actually. I've just popped my head outside and we are in the mist. Hopefully the sun will burn it away. It's quite damp outside. Anyway, it's time to get the kettle on because I need a brew. Well, that's boiling up. We'll get some breakfast. That all goes away in there nicely, and then turn that back. Done. that's where I saw the mouse, and I spotted that plastic container under there. It must be a geocache, and I honestly never knew that was there. There is one on the other side over there. Let's have a look at that now anyway. If you're into geocaching, that is. 25th of August, windy but beautiful. Will, Danny, Hannah, Alice, Miles, Jem, Bert, Gracie, Lily, Charlie. So Will right on here. Mr. Daz P. Wands YouTube. Well, I've been writing that. The mist is clearing. Fantastic. And the sun on this side is popping through. Well, that's what I've been waiting for. Look at that, it's all clearing. Fantastic. Look at the mist over there.
you've got that okay. You've got that okay, Darren. Well, I'll pass it around back to John again. And
well, for all you radio amateurs, I'm on 2 meters at the moment and there's nothing happening. A lot of people have gone digital these days. They can use the phones and all kinds of apps. You do need a license to do this. I have got a license. I'm classed as a 2E0, so I'm like an intermediate license, and it's just another thing that I do. What a lot of people do with a walkie-talkie like this, if you're into the great outdoors, they call it SOTA, summits on the air, and you can get mountain goat status. So every hill, every mountain has like a locator number, and when you use that reference and you put the calls out, you can then build up points, and each summit has a certain amount of points. Like Snowdon might have 10 points, I'm not sure. So if you are into the great outdoors and you do get an amateur license, you can find 2 hobbies, and it's just something else to do. It's another dimension to whatever you want to do in the great outdoors. But you didn't need to know that, did you? Well, I don't want to come off the summit. I mean, that there, it looks like Mount Fuji. It's that good, isn't it? When you've got a view like that, you can actually now see Snowdon in the background. These are the rivals, and then just behind all that is Gerngoch. So, you know, these chances, you don't get them every day, but look at that. And I've got all the clouds on this side. On a good day, you can see Ireland. Good sunset there, you can see Ireland. Anglesey's all there. So, all that's got the cloud above it. It's just fantastic. Well, with a view like that, what more could you ask for? This is a fantastic place to wake up and have your breakfast and a cup of coffee. Well, it's getting warm now. The sun's coming up, it's doing its job. So I'll get a bit lower down. I'll take this coat off, get my t-shirt, maybe my shorts back on. And for all you geocache lovers, that's where the other geocache is, just in that outcrop there. It's hidden in the rock. We're back on a nice, firmer path. It's a bit tricky up there, there's a few sort of stones and it's a bit gravelly. But this section now, it's a nice gentle stroll. It's a bit steep in places, all the way back down to the car. And the sun is definitely warming up. Possibly in parts of the UK today, it could reach over 30 degrees. Maybe not here, probably in the mid-20s, but that's warming up. The main thing is, that's where I was staying, and there's no sign that I was there. So all my litter's been taken, it's in the polythene bag, everything's going to go back. Leave it as you find it.